We're doing this on the iPhone out in the middle of the park, and it's really windy, hence the reason I'm shouting a lot. Well, Sean says I shout a lot anyway, so that's another story. The dogs are having great fun running around, and it's still autumn, and it's my favourite season of all time. I really love autumn. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite season is and why. Now, I'm excited to say that we've got new kit. We always seem to be getting new kit. Him and Dawes can tell you a little bit more about it because he's a bit more excited than I am.
I'll tell you about it a bit later, but it's a sound bag
Yeah.
called an Orca 268. It's technically an Orca OR 268, and it fits in our audio recorder. Now, I can tell people it's a Zoom F6, and some people know what that is, doesn't matter, but it means we can record external sounds, and I can have up to 6 channels going. So we've only got a couple of radio mics, and we want to get some others, but it means we could do even more.
That would be awesome.
And better quality.
Yeah, and I think that would be really good as well. We're going to do a proper YouTube video on it so you can actually see it and we can explain a bit more. But I thought I would just drop that in there because I just think it's awesome to be able to showcase what kit we're getting, and also I think it's really important to it's really important, sorry, I thought Sean was whistling at me, maybe he's whistling at the dog,
yeah.
I don't know, but it's really important to get really good quality kit because I am...
It's not that important, I think we're doing it. Yeah, it's a hobby as well.
It's a hobby, but audio is really crucial, especially for people who are blind and visually impaired, and anyone coming to my channel to get
You can have a
content.
rubbish picture and great sound. It's better than, so it's really windy at the moment, and so this is an iPhone, so we would do a better job if we were doing otherwise. We're just free running the dogs, by the way. I'm going to ask you a question. Yeah. We're not too far from the swimming pool. It's shut. I know how to answer this and what I do. How do you swim safely without vision?
That is a really good question. Now, ever since I was a young child, I always made sure I was either next to a lane rope so I could feel going up and going down, or I swam next to the wall so I could actually have something to feel, so I'm not going to be veering off too much. But yeah,
were you known as Vera up at the swimming pool?
I was known
Vera.
as Vera Vu.
Vera Vu?
Vera Vu.
I actually made that up because it's veering, but were you really known as Vera?
Vera Vu, back
Who
in
called
Great
you that?
Yarmouth. Just people who used to know me, because I used to go about 6:30 in the morning,
yeah.
And I always used to say, if the lanes aren't up, could I go next to the wall so I can actually navigate safely, and everyone else doesn't have to keep getting out of my way.
They really called you Vera?
Vera Vu. Vera Vu.
Why Vu?
Why the Vu? Let me know if you've got any nicknames. If you go
I've got some nicknames for you.
Or if you go swimming or skiing, that's something I want to do actually.
I think that'd be dangerous.
No, I love skiing. I used to ski a lot back in Great Yarmouth, and I want to start that.
In Great Yarmouth, you went skiing?
I did.
Quite snowy around there, was it?
No, it was a dry slope.
It'd have to be.
It was fantastic, and I would recommend trying any sports because I think it's really good for your physical health and your mental health, getting out there.
Have you ever actually done skiing on snow?
I have. I went over to Italy and skied.
It says buongiorno. Does it feel the same as a dry slope?
No, it feels completely different. And I will say, I did get actually quite good within the week that I was there. But the only thing that I found that you wouldn't necessarily know, that there was a rock underneath, and I went tumbling down the side of the mountain. My skis flipped.
It's really dangerous. By the way, it's really windy.
Yeah.
That's the point. We're doing it.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're going to talk for another minute or two, aren't you? Eh? You're going to update your followers,
off,
your friends.
And I ended up laying there and waved my arms to say I'm still alive. But you ever try these
Well,
things?
that doesn't help. You could have been convulsing.
No, I was alive and said I'm alive.
Yeah.
It was great fun though, and I really want to get back into sport once we, are able to with the whole coronavirus and stuff like that. Let me know what your favourite sports is in the comments below. Do you like swimming? Do you like going running?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Running. There's a water sports centre near us, but it's more aimed at children, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
It's like Fairlands Valley Lake.
Oh yes, do you know what? I would do that. Maybe next summer I'm going to run in my costume with all my brothers and sisters and my nieces and nephews.
You're going to run in your costume?
I'm going to run through the water park.
You do ice skating, don't you, occasionally?
I do ice skating. I went a couple of years ago with work, and everyone was so impressed impressed about my balance, and I was just skiing around.
I would say you were unbalanced. No, I wouldn't. That's just a cheap shot.
Very, very bad. I was skating around, no problem at all. I had someone next to me. I wasn't linking their arms, and they were like saying left and right. There really wasn't that many people on there, and I would love to do that again. I really would love to do that. And next time I do, I'm gonna see if I can vlog it, because that would be awesome.
The other thing, by the way, the next gadget we're going to get, and it probably, I don't think it'll be this month, but I'm going to get an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Why?
Oh, I need an upgrade at some point.
Yeah.
Whether it's this month or not, it may not be. But the camera on it's supposed to be even better again. So most of the time we use GH5, which is great, or GoPro sometimes.
Yeah.
iPhone cameras are brilliant, but it's supposed to be even better again.
Oh, that would be good. I mean, I'm still on the iPhone 8. I need to upgrade, but the only thing I'm worried about is that the home button isn't actually a physical button. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. Let me know in the comments below, guys, who uses VoiceOver or anyone who uses any sort of accessibility features. Let me know how you get on, because I don't want to upgrade if I can't use it, but then I don't want to be one of these people saying, I can't, I'm blind. Well, I am blind.
How would you do that? Let me back off a lot. How would you say it? Go.
I'm blind.
Now, people would be offended by that. Wait, come
They
on.
won't be offended because I'm blind.
Sorry.
And I'm allowed to say it.
But no, yeah, no, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Okay.
So let me know in the comments below what you use in terms.
And
of
let us know whether you
phone.
find that offensive.
Yeah.
Do you find this offensive? Ready?
I'm blind. I'm blind.
Is it true you once had a friend of yours, or I would say not a friend, block you because you had?
Oh, many years ago.
Yeah, and
Many years ago.
you did a sketch about an app that they'd made free when it was £22 or something.
Yeah.
Which was a
I
keyboard
did.
thing called Flexi.
It was. But
And you did a sketch which was a mock to 999 call, because people were saying, oh, it's fraud, so you phoned off as a character
Yeah,
we won't go
I did
into.
sketch, but it was really quite funny.
I don't find that very funny and I'm blocking you.
Yeah, and
They
it
weren't your
wasn't
friends.
meant to be. It wasn't meant to be horrible or anything. But I thought, as it is a sketch, I kind of like doing these things. I might bring her back to life.
I'm not sure you can. We'd have to really think
No,
about that. Can you
but
in this
sketch.
day? Can you really? I mean, it's not terrible.
Well, we could do Gaz and Trace.
No, that's even worse.
Nice.
No, Felicity's okay. I mean, Felicity was
Yeah.
aimed at someone who says they can't, not because they can't. And there is right. Siobhan and I are very, I think, qualified to say this. There are things we can't do.
Yeah.
But if you say you can't do things, even if you can, you're right, because you've decided. And the idea behind Felicity was kind of this woman who happened to be, just for the comic's sake, her friend Margaret. I was Margaret, and anything I said, Felicity dear,
Yes, Margaret.
would you like a cup of tea?
Oh no, Margaret. You know I can't drink tea. It's
Why not?
too hot. I'm blind.
Yes, but you drink stuff all the time, dear. If you
Oh,
didn't, you
no.
wouldn't be here.
No, Margaret. Well, I drink cold things. I can't drink hot things. I'm just
Why
too
not?
blind. I can't.
Okay, well, I do you some
Anyway.
nice pie and peas then, dear.
No, blind people can't eat peas. Go away.
Of course you
Margaret.
can eat peas.
No.
Anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah.
And I think we need to
I don't-
consider the
yeah.
full ramifications.
I don't want to offend anyone, but it's just.
Yeah, well, I think it's okay to offend if the intention isn't to offend.
No, well, yeah.
If it would offend the reasonable person, then you would try not to do it.
Well, of course.
But people can take offence at unreasonable things. So, for example, somebody could take offence if you say hello.
Yeah.
I don't think you should go out of your way to offend.
No,
I certainly
absolutely
think
not.
comedy has to come from a good place and not
It
be
is
targeted
comedy. That's
at.
exactly what it is. People joke and laugh about their disability. I'm here and I laugh at myself all the time.
But
You
also,
have to laugh.
the other thing about Felicity, and I just remembered because it is important.
Yeah.
Felicity wasn't just that concept. As you remember, the other thing we were working on was the idea that it was people's perceptions of what people with disabilities
Yeah,
can do.
it was.
See, now we can get away with it. No, seriously, all joking aside,
it
that
was
was the
that
reason.
as well.
So it was like
Yeah, it was
blind
like a
people can't
mixture
drink
of-
tea.
Yeah. It was
So
a mixture.
Felicity, dear, it's Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, we're going
Would
to have
you-
to sign off now.
No. Why do you have to finish, dear?
Because I'm going to go and.
Do you want to go for a walk in the park, dear?
No.
And so I think it's okay to. Right, I think it's okay.
For these
To,
purposes.
well, actually, I think you can joke about most topics, right? I really honestly do. But I do think it's a bit of a
Do you
context.
like comedy, guys? Let me know.
Do you like that comedy? Is more to the point. Would you like to see more Felicity and Margaret, but more
Maybe
Felicity?
doing a sketch. I don't know.
Felicity, there. Would you like to see more Felicity?
Margaret, that's so rude. You know I'm blind and don't use the word see.
Oh, sorry, dear, I forgot. Would you like to hear more of Felicity?
Yes, I can hear, Margaret. I can hear perfectly.
Well, only when you want to. I'll give you an example. You owe me that £20.
No, Margaret, I don't owe any money. I can't
See, but you missed the comedy, dear. You were supposed to say what?
No.
Should we try that again?
No.
You're here when you want to, dear. What about that £20 you owe me?
What?
See? There we go.
Margaret.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to go.
And
This
we'll
is a
catch you
very
soon.
random
How are we going to title this? You'll have found out. We'll work it out in a minute.
Yeah.
It's windy. Say bye.
Bye,
In a do the sign off you were doing a minute ago that I backed off for.